whatever the fuck we want it to be. Of the KJ&A podcast. My name is Kevin. That's the K.
And I am Jay. The J.
And together we are the KJ&A podcast because the A stands for anything.
Correct. Anything we want the episode to be about at any time.
And this time, we've been trying to decide on a topic, and I thought about something that is near and dear to my heart since I have 4 of them, and that's parenting.
Yep. We's talking about child rearing.
I mean, I have so many stories of just the shit that my children have done. I have 4. And as of this podcast recording, my kids range in age from 20 to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the one.
You got the... That's fine. You know what? It doesn't matter if you have 1 kid or 8 kids or you have the 4-legged kids.
Thanks.
That's fine.
4-legged kids.
That's fine. The 4-legged kids won't talk back to you quite as much, maybe. Depending on what kind of...
Depends on the breed.
But that's also what I say about my real kids.
Husky. Randomness at the ungodly hours of who knows where. I'm just laying here.
I'll tell you,
fucking reason.
And I'll start this off with one of my favorite stories of my kids. My kids were about 5 and 7 at the time.
Okay.
And the ex and I were separated at the time. And I brought the younger one over so they could hang out together because the kids were separated.
Yeah.
And my younger son, about 5, walks into my 7-year-old's room and goes, "Oh my God, your room looks like shit!"
What the hell?
And me and the ex look at each other and we're like, I want to be mad, but he used it in proper context.
Well,
oh my God, it's like when your kids use the curse words properly, you almost want to be like,
can I give
don't
you a pass?
do that again, but
good.
Well done.
Yeah, good job. I'm glad you use it grammatically correct.
That's it. You used it in a proper term. It's not like those people who I feel like it's a problem in high school when kids curse for the sake of cursing. Like, they don't really give too much of a shit. They just want to say fuck between every word.
I mean, it's just like.
Yes. I occasionally fall victim to that.
I think it was a part of growing up. It just kind of became a filler word.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with using like a bunch of times in a sentence, but when you're on a job interview, it doesn't look very good. No. You want to be able to articulate what you have as a person. So.
Hello, look how good I am without saying the word.
Like it's,
like I'm really good at doing things like when, like working when I should be working. And then like, even when I'm not like working, I like to like work.
I really wish you had kept count because I'm like, that's a lot of like. You must liking stuff like a lot.
A lot.
Yep. too much to handle over here.
Oh God. What about you? How was what would you
as far as a favorite story, it scared the crap out of me. So I mean we have hardwood floors.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time we had our living area, I guess living room, dining room areas set up different. And we have this curtain that kind of separates the kitchen from the other room that's outside of it.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's for like heat and...
Right.
So,
my daughter's in her footy pajamas. So it's just basically just a big onesie. And she's running, but she doesn't know where the placement of the wall is. So she ends up butting her head on like the corner of the doorway. And it's, oh my God, just the sound of it freaked me out. And we ran, I mean, me and the wife ran over there to her, and we're like, oh my God, is she okay? And she's got this little scrape.
But those little scrapes on your head, they bleed like fucking crazy.
Now, it wasn't bleeding.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like completely broken. But I tell you what, that thing swole up, and I was like, this is the first goose egg I have ever seen in my entire life. And I sat there like, oh my God, is she going to be okay? Oh my God, is she going to be okay? Oh my God, is she going to die? Oh my God, do we have to go to the emergency room? Oh my God. She was like, wife's like, just calm down. It's a goose egg. It'll go down. We just gotta put an ice pack on her and just watch her. I just sat there the whole time like, oh fuck.
Is she dead? Is she dead?
Oh no, because she screamed bloody friggin' murder. Oh yeah, she I mean, we cuddled up and we watched movies for the rest of the day. I was like, baby, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. God, I cannot remember how old she was. She had to be between 2 and 4 when it happened.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! It was terrible. It was terrible.
I remember, as far as painful things are concerned, was my 3-year-old, because we had someone living with us who decided to keep super glue in a in a place where children could access it, and she thought it was eye drops.
Oh God!
And we didn't notice until she came down the stairs and was like, she had glued her eye shut.
Jeez.
Her eye was glued shut for about a week.
Jeez.
About a week. Like, we put bandages over it, and then what was fucked up is we put a perfectly big square bandage over her eye, thinking, like, let's throw Vaseline on it. Like, maybe something that'll eat away at the...
at the actual glue?
Yeah, like, we Googled it. We went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, you pretty much just gotta wait for it to, like...
Open back up.
Yeah, open back up and, like, eat away at the... Like, the glue has to break down. That's pretty much it. And so, like... We put a patch over it with some Vaseline, thinking that would help. She broke out in hives, exactly in a perfect square around where that... Man, she had this giant square over her eye. On top of her eye was glued shut.
Oh my
and I
God.
think she was like 2 or 3 at this time. We're just like, what the fuck? Like, this has never happened before.
And if you're not going to daycare today, you're staying home with us.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope. No, and you're probably asking yourself, the fuck were you doing as parents? We have 3 other kids we have to keep an eye on. Like,
That's fair.
you cannot always have your eyes on all 4 of them.
No.
I love my kids more than anything in this entire fucking world, and I would die for them in a heartbeat. But for fuck's sake, like... there becomes a point where you're like, you got to go off on your own. Like, you got to, I mean, she was 3, but still, fucking, you can't catch them all. You can't catch them all. That's just life.
Yep. Kids, this is anti-Pokemon.
Anti-Pokemon. You cannot catch them all. It's impossible. Unless you want to, like, lock your kids up in one room all day long. And that is not parenting. Sorry.
That's prison.
That is prison.
Oh no!
You gotta let your kids go out and experience life, and you gotta let them fuck up.
Yeah, they gotta make their own mistakes, and they gotta learn from them.
And like, because there are so many times that you can tell your kids, this is how things are done, and this is how you should do them. And I'm telling you from my own experience that this is how it should be done. This is how it should exist. And if you do this thing, you will pay the consequence, and they still fucking do it because they have to learn that lesson themselves.
It's yeah, because at their time, I mean, when we were teenagers, we saw the same thing.
Absolutely.
You know, you think you know about more than me, but
oh no,
this is my world right now. This is not your world.
Oh no, honey.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh honey.
Oh no.
There are many times where I look back as a when I was a child and I was like, fuck, my parents are right.
Yeah.
Why? Damn it, my parents were right, and I hate them for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could give you stories all day, but another good one is my ex-wife and I. She is mixed, like half black, half white.
Yeah.
And but her son came out blonde hair and blue eyed. And so her in a Walmart and her kid and our oldest decided to be like, help me, running away from her. She's chasing his ass into Walmart.
Jeez, oh my
Was she
God.
mad at me? Maybe a little. Was it funny as shit? Yeah, goddamn right it was.
Good grief.
Help me! Help me!
Oh God.
People looking at us like, what the fuck is happening? Do we have to call child services or the police? Time to go. Time to pay for our shit and go. Time to pay for our shit and go.
Freaking kidnapping. Oh God. There's some kidnappers here. This kid is not looking like anybody in the area. What's going on? Oh God.
Oh, God. But a specific part of parenting that I like, I joke about many things, but the one thing I do not joke about is being a parent, because I fight the fact that so many people, it's a stereotype of dudes that they're going to be shitty parents.
I feel like that's generally, and I hate to throw kind of political or the system in there, but when it comes to Virginia, the courts always side with
I feel like that's
the
almost
wife
everywhere.
or the female.
I feel like that's almost everywhere, and that's still. I mean, and
it's very biased, but you can't think of it as a sexism thing. If you think the courts literally are just gonna be like, all right, well, the child was in her womb for 9 months, she had to carry it, she had to care for it during maternity leave, you were working, you weren't around, but
I woke up with
I've
all
been-
my kids every fucking time.
I'm as a father, you're still active. As long as you're there with your children, you're still an active parent. Yes, I contributed to the
Yeah.
birth of these kids.
Yeah.
Right? I did. I'm half of this child. They are half of me. So do I not get the same rights? What is
But
happening?
I mean, like complaining as a dude is. I mean, like, I feel like you almost can't complain because women have it worse, and anyone of an other race other than white have it worse. Sorry, that's just facts. They have it worse, and so like me complaining as a white male
right?
is almost unnecessary, but I hate the fact that I'm immediately labeled, because I have children and I'm separated from my ex-wife, that I'm labeled as a deadbeat dad. Like, I feel like the initial thought of everyone is, you're a fucking deadbeat. And like, no, I fight that stereotype on a second-to-second basis. Like, God damn it, I cannot tell you how much I love my kids, and I would have them with me at all times if I could. God damn it.
These are facts.
These are facts. These are facts written on paper, signed, and fucking notarized.
And I mean, 9 times out of 10, I feel like, depending on how the parents have treated their children over the years, they know that they can be like, not suggestive, but I guess they know which parent they like better.
Yeah.
It's just like every parent says they don't have a favorite,
Yeah.
but in the back of the mind, you have a favorite.
You're a liar. You're a goddamn liar.
You got more than one kid. You have a favorite.
I'm going to tell you, I have a favorite, but I'm not telling you.
No, we're not doing that.
I have 2 boys and 2 girls, and I tell each one of them, I'm like, you're my favorite oldest daughter. You're my favorite youngest daughter. You're my favorite oldest boy.
I have a favorite nephew, but I'm not going to say who.
Oh, shit! Here it comes!
I'm not saying. No, I'm not going to say who. I mean, I only got I have my only daughter, so I already have a favorite. Even though but she's in her teenage years, so I just want to strangle her.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure it goes in vice versa. I will strangle you too, Dad.
I love you so much, but I will strangle the fuck out of you.
Like, you keep remembering who buys you all the extra stuff that you want, right? All your makeup and stuff. I buy that for you.
No, but like, I mean, my oldest daughter, she, I love it because she's very much like a chewy sweetheart. She got that slightly hard exterior, and she's all soft on the inside. And so with her daddy, it's all soft on the inside. And so like when we're driving the long way, like I got 45 minutes from her house to my house when I pick her up. And we're driving, and she'll just randomly reach her hand over, hold my hand while we're driving. And I'm like, you're my baby.
Not mine.
It's my girl.
What does mine do?
I mean, you only got one, so.
Yeah, mine doesn't have to vie for attention.
Yeah, she's not fighting for attention.
She knows she's going to get it. Even though sometimes I'm like, bro, I'm like actively really trying to do something right now. I cannot pay attention to you and pay attention to this at the same time. Your story about your friends who are like literally, they feel so dirtbaggish.
Your friends are all pieces of shit.
Oh my god! Well, not all of them. There's like a couple. I'm like, you're cool, but this is like a whole half-baked situation where like fuck you, you're cool,
fuck you,
I'm out.
You're out. Yeah.
It's that is literally how I feel her friend circle is to me, and I'm like, I really wish you wouldn't hang out with these people, but as long as this one's with you at all times, I feel like she's gonna have your back. So, okay.
I mean, you really hope that your kids don't get into the wrong circles at all, but I mean, my kids have been going through some shit, and one of the things that someone told me that has stuck me through the really hard times with my kids is the fact that you can only build the best foundation you can for your kids, and what they build on that foundation is up to them. You give them the perfect concrete foundation, and they build a tent on it.
That's what they want.
That's
what they want.
You can't control that. You can't. You can do the best you can. I mean, like, there are those parents who you see where, like, they give their kids the perfect upbringing. They have the perfect house. And their kids grow up to be pieces of shit, addicted to drugs, and, like, worthless. Like, drudges on society. There's nothing you can do. You can't plan on that. Your parents could be fucking crack addicts your entire life, and you grow up and you're the fucking, I don't know, senator.
Yeah.
Or something. Like, you can't control what your kids are going to be.
No. You
can just do the best you can. You have to accept the fact that you're doing the best you can. And it's so hard. It's so hard as a parent to be like, I did the best I can. Even when your kids are fucking up and you have to let them fuck up. And
because you know they're not going to listen.
They're not going to listen.
They're not going to listen.
You have to sit there and just accept the fact that they are fucking up. Facts. And that, like, you can tell them this is the right thing you need to do, and if they listen, it's up to them whether they fucking listen or not. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, I have two kids that are 18 and 20, and it is so hard.
Yeah, I mean, once kids go beyond the single digits and they start down that road of teenagerism, or what is it? Middle adulthood? No. Mid-teen,
like teenage, and then after that it's like post-teen. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just that whole
young adult.
That whole phase between like 10 to 20.
I mean, you think you're done growing up at 18?
Oh no!
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Your 20s literally are even more developing than you think they are. This is usually where people like party, and they party hard as shit.
Yeah.
Once you hit your 30s, all that party is gonna catch up to you.
Yeah.
And guess what? You're gonna have sore knees, a bad back. Probably a couple of wincy arm movements here and there. Guess what? You probably have some slight carpal tunnel right now.
I think 20 to 30 is probably the most mental growing that you do.
And I mean, once you hit your 30s, it's wow. And
yeah.
It's all, you're putting together all the pieces from your 20s.
Yeah, and you're like, fuck, what did I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back and be like, bro, you really need to just go into a trade. Just get into a trade.
Yeah.
Don't work. Don't you work, finish high school. While you're in high school, go to a trade school, learn some stuff, and then when you get out, you can have a full-time job making over $18, and you'll be set for life.
Yeah, I want to go to my old self and be like, after all the trials and tribulations you've had, I've decided that this is the best avenue for you. Like right now, I feel like being an art teacher is the best way. I worked at a retail bullshit store for a dozen years, and it gets you fucking nowhere.
No.
And so
you're just a cog in a machine.
And you know what we both probably did right after high school? We're like, we'll take a year off.
Nope.
That's what I did. I said, you're off. And then a year went by and I was like, I have to work or I do not have a way to live.
Literally, I started working in high school at 15, worked all through high school. Didn't really want to go to college, but my guidance counselor kind of like convinced me to go ahead and go to college. So I went to college, hated it, went there for like 2 months and was like, yeah, I'm done. Stayed working. And when I was like, I think my sister got diagnosed with diabetes. And
British.
The place I was working at was like, yeah, we are not going to let you take time off so you can learn how to help treat your sister for her diabetes. So I was like, oh.
Fuck you then.
Yeah, you're a family business and you don't want me to help my family. Well, guess what? Fuck you.
Eat a dick. Right.
So, yeah, dipped. And I've worked for various other retailers, shipping company, manufacturing company.
Yeah.
But primarily it's been like retail.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I worked at a retail place, a hardware store, and I was there for about a year and some change, and they were like, hey, we want to make you a manager. Like, you'd be great as a manager. And I looked at them and I went, I'm not going to be stuck here forever. I was like, I'm going to do better than this. Because then my wife got pregnant, and I was like, I have to do better for my kid. And so I went to college. And I went to college for graphic and web design. And I did that. I finished. I got my associates. Fucking great. But the school I went to was hot garbage. And I did not feel ready in any capacity to take a job afterwards. And so I got a job, like 2 years worth of graphic and web design jobs, but
Right.
they were not careers.
Right. They were just kind of like, here's work.
Yeah, here's work. I remember I worked for a strip club, and it was the most hated job I've ever had. In a total week of 40 hours a week working, I think I literally had 5 hours of work to do a week. And the rest of the time, that's right, I'm telling you motherfuckers now who listening, who used to work, who used to be in charge of me, I bullshitted on Newgrounds. And I learned how to do Flash work on my own, to do my own animations because I wanted to. That's all I did was dick around with animations and Photoshop. Fuck you. Fuck that place.
This is also the guy who told me about Newgrounds and Tankmen.
Yeah.
You're looking good today. Still sits in my mind rent free.
You're looking good today.
Like, just the emphasis on today in that skit. Just,
I mean, my favorite line of anything that I watched on Newgrounds, I don't know if anybody ever watched that shit. My favorite line of anything was, oh no, look out. It's been booby trapped. That's okay. I love boobies.
oh, that is good. Freaking classic.
Oh my god. Oh, so funny.
Why did we name them booby traps? It literally is. It's not. It lulls you into a false sense of security that there are going to be boobs involved in this.
Yeah.
No, there are no boobs.
There's no boobs.
You're the booby.
It's all nudie. It's all needles.
Oh no, poisonous needles. Womp, womp.
Well, that's okay. I love boobies.
Just remember, kids, stay away from the poisonous needles. You shouldn't have poisonous needles in your house.
Why do you have poisonous needles under your bed?
Well, you see, my side job is a mercenary. You know, I have the tools of the trade. You know, poison needles. You know, guns here and there, little sharp knives.
I know.
My bad. My bad.
I mean, one of the things, you know what, this is going to sound bad, but I remember as a high schooler, one of the things that had the biggest influence on me was Tenacious D.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah. Because growing up, I remember it was like Jim Carrey,
Okay. Yeah.
Like I've said many times before on this podcast.
Yes.
Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
fucking
Robin
Mel
Williams.
Brooks, Robin Williams,
Yeah.
all those, and then Tenacious D, and I was like, and Weird Al Yankovic. It was like songs that make me fucking laugh, and like they're funny.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Like that was my fucking jam. Like all day long. Hell yeah.
Comedy is medicine.
Comedy
It
is
really
fucking
is.
medicine, and that was my. I mean, even now, like when I have the money to get a tattoo, the next tattoo I'm getting, there's gonna be the Tenacious D Angels from Fucker Gently on my arm, and I have no shame in this. It is going to be on my arm and it's gonna take the substance and the thoughts. It's gonna be in remembrance of all my friends ever, because I'm gonna see them and I'm gonna think about my best friend in high school, who I'm still friends with. Tim, I'm see you, buddy. I've been friends with him since 6th grade, and he and I both fucking love Tenacious D. We went and saw them live in concert in DC.
Oh yeah.
Fucking awesome. Right after the Pick of Destiny movie came out. It was so good, dude. I was so excited. Kyle Gass and fucking Jack Black. If I could just hug Jack Black one time.
Maybe one day.
And Kyle Gass. Because the Kyle Gass band also is,
Yes.
they're really good. Kyle Gass can play his ass off.
Yeah, I would not have seen that coming.
No. You
I mean,
look at that dude,
Him
you
and
don't think...
Tenacious D is one thing, but him in a band is literally named after him. It's
Yeah,
like,
the Kyle Gass band. He plays that guitar, and that motherfucker can play his ass off on some guitar.
once again, after seeing him in certain comedy movies, I'm just like, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like you can play an acoustic guitar, and it's harder to play than an electric guitar.
Fair.
But when he plays an acoustic guitar as well as anyone else can play an electric guitar, I'm like, when he gets on an electric guitar,
It's a whole different story.
that
These
he owns
these
it.
stories are the same, but very different.
Oh my god, he owns it. Anyways, I'm not even a super huge music guy, but fuck, Kyle Gass, like. I think the guitar is got to be one of my favorite instruments, just because when I can listen to music and it feels like a guitar is telling a story, like on the solos of like those old heavy metal bands,
Oh yeah, friggin'
Freebird, fucking any, it feels like it's telling you a fucking story. Like,
see, that's why I think they let guitarists have their solos, because they, especially a lead guitarist,
yeah,
they have that moment to shine, because they're just as instrumental as everybody else in the band, but they don't get to use their voice.
no,
Their instrument literally is what they give to this whole thing, just like everybody else. But
oh my god, it's like
when you have a
can,
rhythm and you have a bass, bass, everything's keeping tempo. So
they're
your lead
playing that
guitarist
solo
is-
scale and that
Yeah.
solo. Like, I used to be in a band back in the day, and the lead guitarist, he's playing in a band now, and he's really good. But I mean, it was basically the whole band was centered around him. Like, I was not amazing, and that's fine. I've accepted this. I was in it because I was really good friends with all of them, but he just inhaled that fucking guitar. Like, he played it like it was his life, like it was breathing for him. Just all day long, and it was like, dude, I could never reach that level of like love that you have with the guitar. And that's what I feel like. I don't know if you ever felt this, like sometimes when I see pieces of art, and a lot of times when I hear really good live pieces of music, it just like catches you in the heart. I don't know if you felt that, where like
I have, and certain moments, yes.
where like someone hits the right note singing, like something really good, or not even karaoke, just
No, I was listening to Haley Williams' solo album, Pedals for Armor, and there were a couple of songs on that album that I heard that just was like, damn.
like it hits your heart just because they hit the right notes, and it tells a story. Even though they're saying words, they're telling a story through the vocal range.
Right.
And it's just like that with guitars. Like, I remember I used to be in a. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
But there was a charity group I was in, and there were a few people in the charity group. It was a song and dance thing, but there was a few people in the charity group who could sing their ass off, and when they hit those right notes, like it hit you in the heart, and it was just like, oh god, like almost like it was what is that shit where people listen to people talk like this? What the fuck is that shit called?
The hell is that?
No. In the YouTube videos that
I mean, I would
ASMR. ASMR.
Oh,
it's almost like
yeah.
an ASMR thing because I hear them, and when they hit that right note, it's just like, oh god, like that. It's such a good feeling.
It's kind of euphoric.
Yeah, it is euphoric, and I feel that way with a lot of when people can play that guitar like they own it, and like it's not even their fingers moving; it's just their head telling their fingers where to go. Anyways, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I mean, as far as artists, I would say Sarah McLachlan has done that several times for me.
Janet Jackson can do it for me.
Oh yeah, facts.
Mariah Carey has done it before she got overwhelmed with all the Christmas shit.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
Thank God
I'm
she's
sorry.
back on ice.
Yeah.
We've got another 11 months, people. 11 months. And she'll be back again.
My kids will be telling me in June. They'll be asking for Christmas songs in June. Guaranteed.
No, Christmas is not in June. Even though there's been some kind of weird, like, it's Christmas in July. No, that does not exist.
I specifically
Halfway
will
through the
wear
year.
Christmas shirts in June and July just to fuck with people.
No.
And they're not big, heavy shirts. They're like T-shirts.
Summer
But
Santa.
they're obviously Christmas.
No Summer Santa.
I don't care.
No. Summer Santa. He's too thin in summer. He's got to put the weight back on, kids.
Go eat your Tim Allen. Go eat some cheesy poofs.
You need cheesy poofs and cocoa. Don't forget your brownies.
No, my cheesy piece. No, kitty, that's my papa. No, my kitty's being a dinner.
Man, remember that shit in high school?
Luckily, it's on Paramount and HBO Max. So, obviously, there has to be some people who get that reference. And once again, you can be our friend.
You can't be our friend because
That's
I mean, pretty much people in our age range are going to be our friend because
Yeah.
they're all about the Rugrats and the Doug and
You know what? I mean, I liked Rugrats when I was younger, but now looking at it, I'm like, it was okay. I mean, they had a lot of my favorite voice actors.
I mean, but this is also in the time we were watching Looney Tunes on fucking repeat.
for some reason, I could actually deal with that. For some
No, we all could. We were
could-
all watching Looney Tunes like, oh, this is the 85th time I've watched this episode. I
but
want to watch it again.
I could not get into Tom and Jerry. I was like,
No, you know what?
have
I'm
to
the
have
same way.
I have to have the vocal humor along with the slapstick.
Yes. You and I'm the exact same way. Tom and Jerry was nowhere near what Looney Tunes was.
No,
Give me
no.
Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd, fucking Daffy Duck, all that shit. And I'm pretty sure I've seen every goddamn episode of Looney Tunes.
Oh, easily.
Easily. Like, I could probably recite it. And you know what's funny? Is I remember watching an episode of Looney Tunes where, and I'm sure so many people have seen this, where Bugs is conducting the orchestra.
Oh, it's probably one of the best episodes.
Yeah. Well, I remember specifically he was trying to do it, and every time he was about to start, the dude goes, and he stops, and he looks at him, and he's about to start it again, and the dude coughs again, and he's like, and third time, he pulls out a gun
and shoots him.
and shoots him.
No.
I watched the reworked version.
Oh my god, what did he? No, what did he not do? He didn't shoot him, of course.
No, he would not shoot him because fucking what the fuck ever.
Censorship.
Yeah, he pulls out a sign that said, "Would somebody shut this guy up?" Puts it back down, continues on the episode, and I was like,
This is not our.
"Look! I understand you want to be PG. I get it.
Guess what?
You're ruining my goddamn childhood."
We did not grow up in a time where we were super censored.
and I'm okay.
Yeah, we're full functioning adults.
We're fine.
Even though I probably could use a more adult sometimes.
We all could.
Yeah. I mean,
We watched.
we watched the Jeffersons. In a time where it was
Oh
still.
no! I feel him coming.
We watched Sanford and Son. We watched freaking Eddie Murphy's career start as young children. And I mean, this is still like early 80s. And they probably Their careers launched around the same time we were born and coming up. So we got to see the reruns while our parents watched the initial stuff. But guess what? Yes, it was racially charged.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes it was violent.
Fucking what was that? Oh, what was that movie? It wasn't Granny's House. What was it? I remember the
Mr.
theme
Robertson's
song. No.
Neighborhood? There's so many shows.
Yeah, I know.
Similar-
But it's like the theme songs would always stick in my head. That was it was an old lady who was the main star. And
Mama's
Family. Mama's Family. That's it.
That was another really good one.
That was also racially charged, and that's what makes me think of.
But again, I mean, they weren't terrible shows because we were young. We really didn't understand the focal points for the shows. We just enjoyed the characters. This was comedy that was highly slapstick on top of jokes.
Slapstick comedy was. I mean, it was so niche when we were younger.
Right.
Like, all of Mel Brooks' shit was slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I've showed my kids it, and they
Yes.
just don't get it as much. And I understand why, but I'm just like, I wish you got it so much. Like, I love this so much.
Yeah, the age of media has changed our humor focal point.
I
now.
would take these cotton balls from your hand and put them in my pocket.
And it's sad that nobody. I doubt anybody's gonna know that reference.
Oh my god! If you know that reference, email us or comment on this Facebook post when we talk about it.
Oh yeah,
Fucking-
find our live. Just
Oh, my
find it
God.
somewhere. We will let you know immediately. This is our parenting episode, and there are a lot of references to the '80s, comedy wise.
The night is young, and you're so beautiful. B flat.
Terrible.
Look, I showed my kids. I remember I specifically sat my older two boys down to watch Ace Ventura.
Oh yes.
That is a goddamn classic in my mind.
It'll always be a
will
classic.
never get old. Okay.
It does. I mean, not one Jim Carrey movie that I know, that is a comedy, has aged terribly. They pretty much all hold up. Me, Myself, and Irene is kind of iffy here and there,
It's iffy. Yeah.
but it's not a terrible movie.
No.
Liar, Liar. I thought it was
That's
a great
not
movie.
That's still a pretty good movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
The Truman Show is still another iffy one, but at the same time,
It hits you hard. It
yeah,
hits you true.
it's emotional.
Yeah.
And then Jim Carrey at that time was looking to try to
branch out.
Yeah, he
Right.
wanted to do more things. The number 23 was a crazy movie. I did not expect that.
You know, it's a fucking crazy movie. I Love You, Philip Morris.
Yes.
God, I watched that with my kids, thinking, "Oh, it's a Jim Carrey flick. It'll be funny." Nope. 10 minutes in, he's fucking a dude in the ass, and they cut to that, and I'm like, "Ah!" I pause it. I'm like, "Get the fuck out!"
Yeah, it's like me. I was like, oh, we gotta watch Don't Be a Menace while drinking.
Oh,
Oh yeah, my parent. As soon as we put it in and they saw the dance floor scene, I was like, yeah, this is gonna get cut off. And true to parenting, it was cut
cut
off.
off, as good parents should.
Yeah.
No titties until you're like 16.
Of course, I was the guy who introduced my daughter to Family Guy as a wee babe.
I mean, my 11-year-old watches Family Guy with me right now. Sorry,
Well, I mean, I think I did it more because I was like,
I want to
I mean,
watch this.
she's a baby. What is she? She's not watching this. She's in her rocker going to sleep. I'm watching guys talk about all kinds of stuff that they probably shouldn't be talking around in front of children. You know, Quagmire and his antics. Who else but Quagmire?
Get it.
So,
All
yeah,
right.
You know, parenting does take
Parenting is hard.
yeah.
It's not easy. There's no.
It's not an easy gig.
There's no rule book for right or wrong.
No, especially not in
Every
this day
kid
and age.
is different.
I mean, shoot, we lived in the age where you could get spanked in public and nobody was gonna say shit.
And you know what?
to anybody.
And I was fine, and I respect my fucking parents.
I was not gonna get my ass whooped.
No, I was not going to get my ass whooped. I didn't give a fuck who it was for.
I got beat once.
Oh, I got beat multiple times.
You was fucking up.
No, I was not really that bad. My parents even say you were not that bad, but when I did fuck up, it was lay on the bed, bare ass, here comes the belt.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
Again, once. My mother whooped me once.
Oh, it was always my dad
Once.
with the belt. And he was like, lay on the bed, bare ass, and just pull up that belt. Whap!
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
No, you get your ass kicked. You wouldn't be sitting straight for a week.
Nah, I'm good. You just,
I learned my goddamn lesson.
You just keep that to yourself. I am okay.
But my point is, I showed my kids Ace Ventura, and I sat there like an excited school child watching my kids
The reactions.
watch. Yes, like every time I knew something funny was coming up, I'd be like,
You're good. You're good.
like looking at them, like, please tell me they're gonna laugh their ass off, please. And they'd be like,
Oh, what?
"That's really funny, right?"
Fucking chuckle.
Huh?
How dare you chuckle? This is my
Oh
childhood.
my god! And then
This is my
afterwards,
childhood. Gut laugh.
yeah, and afterwards I was like, "How was it? How was it? How funny was it? Right? Right? Right?"
Just gonna reference.
Right.
Just gonna reference Cowboy Bebop. Go ahead and laugh. Laugh a little more. Big laugh now. Shut up.
Fucking Naked Gun.
Oh,
Oh my god, Naked Gun. Back when O.J. Simpson was relevant and more than a leading a cops on a
white Bronco
chase
down the
for
highway.
hours.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, O.J. Sorry, Juice. It's loose.
Hot shots.
Hot Shots, yes.
Shots.
Hot Shots and Harsh Shots Part 2 was so funny. Oh my god, I gotta show my kids that.
Yeah, see?
I'm gonna be.
See, when Charlie Sheen was relevant,
Oh my god.
before he got Adonis blood and Tiger
Well,
DNA. Is he still winning?
is he?
Because I haven't heard shit from him in years.
Oh my
now.
god. We've gotten so off. And you know what? We've actually been on track the whole time, but that's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, think about it this way. These are movies that we wanted to show our children. Still within parenting bounds.
I love my kids.
Our growing up is a part of their growing up because what shaped us helps to shape them.
I named my youngest daughter after Bruce Willis's character in The Fifth Element.
And if you don't know what the Fifth Element is,
I'm not going to tell you what it is.
You go take your ass and you find it on a streaming service.
And you
it is
watch it.
amazing. It is a freaking amazing.
It's a cult classic.
Mila Jovovich, Chris Tucker, Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Watch this shit.
Yes, it's
So
so
good.
good. And it's one of my favorite movies. I'm not going to say it's my one favorite movie because anyone who says they have a absolute 100% favorite movie, liar, 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 liar. There's no one favorite movie.
You can have a favorite movie in every genre.
Yes.
But you can't have a number one favorite movie.
No.
If you're really going to sit there, but I really like horror movies, but I really like comedies too, but I also like action movies.
You know, I'm not in the mood for all of them all the time.
No.
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 I want a comedy movie when I'm not trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, I can sit here and I can watch Hot Fuzz multiple times back to back.
Yeah.
Just because I like Simon Pegg and I like Nick Frost and I like Bill Nighy's character in there, even though he's not a huge part of it. But it's just it flows really well. It's a great mystery movie at the same time. But it's action packed. It's comedy. It has a lot of
And it's ridiculous.
yes.
Yeah.
But it's so fun. Especially when it's like everything gets super serious and there's huge gunfights, but they're still making little quips. I'm like, oh, you Brits are so fun. Why am I not over there having fun with you right now? Because you guys constantly come over here and you have your way.
I mean, we could keep going about fucking parenting forever and the things I want my kids to know.
But we're not going to be all that serious.
No.
So
I feel like we were pretty serious at the beginning of this.
yeah, and then we
Absolutely.
broke down into our normal
Like we normally do.
because we're nerds.
Right, so we did. Yeah! Listen to us more.
And that's the formula. Yay.
Yay! Formula is there is no formula.
Correct.
But anything else you want to say about parenting?
As far as parenting, like we've already said, it's there's no planned course. You will do what you will do in a moment based on instinct, how you were raised, and what you think is a good path. So you're going to have 3 diverse possibilities, maybe more, but you're going to do what you're going to do, and your kids are going to be fine as long as you watch and take care of them. Even if you're an estranged parent, if you're a step parent, what may it be, just do you, love the kids, love the kid, take care of them. Boom.
I'm gonna say, in a completely serious moment in this podcast, because I find parenting one of the most important things in the world. Like, I did not have the best, and so that pushes me to strive to be a really good parent, because that's all I want. I want my kids to not have what I had. So I'm going to tell you, as a parent, that if you try your damnedest, whether you can only see them once a week, or you can only see them, or you see them all week long, and you have your days where you don't feel like fucking dealing with your kids, that is normal. And as long as you were doing the goddamn best you can, your kids don't get everything every fucking Christmas, they don't get everything every birthday, that is fine. All you have to do is show them love and show them how much you love them and how much they're appreciated and how much you care for them. And your kids are going to be just fine. Whether they grow up to be gangsters or whatever the fuck, you did the best you could. Don't let the way they end up affect how you parented. Because if you did your best, that's the end.
Just don't spoil them. That's what grandparents
Just don't spoil the fuck out of them. That is what grandparents are for.
Correct.
And aunts and uncles. They're there to spoil your kids. You don't spoil your goddamn kids. Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, it's fine.
Yeah. You got to pick your moments.
You pick your moments because
just like you
it's
pick your
fun
battles.
to spoil your kids when they're just insanely happy because you bought them a goddamn PS5. Whatever.
Right. Exactly.
You are allowed to have your moments. But you know what? Again, do the best you can. Your kids are going to love you regardless. Don't let them beat you up.
Facts.
That's it. We love you.
You're doing good. Keep it up.
So, if you would like to contact us about our opinions on parenting, or if you'd like us to do another episode on parenting, please let us know at kjnapodcast@gmail.com.
And as always, you can reach us at TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at KJNA Podcast. And with Facebook, KJNA Community, our local Facebook group. And with that, the KJNA chat. Yes, we like to pop in there. Guess what we also do? Every week now, we're doing a pregame live right before we do a recording. Right before we did this one, we did a recording on a live.
Yeah, and it's really fun when people come in and we can talk shit with them. It's stupid, but goddamn, I have such a good time talking with random people.
Chit-chatting
It's
in a
so
little group is great.
ridiculous. But yeah, we really appreciate you listening. And anything else you want to say, sir?
If you're playing Marvel Snap at the end of the month, they say they're going to be bringing out a friend system.
So I'm going to beat your ass on Marvel Snap.
So find us on Marvel Snap because
We're going to be there. We're going to fight next week. Yeah.
look forward to that. You guys have a good night.
Thank you
Good
for
day.
listening.